What do you suggest that person would do? I guess my whole thing is, like, he could be anywhere right now, and this could all be, a moot point here in Indianapolis.
Sure.
But I'm always on the lookout. I'm always staying vigilant. I keep my head on a swivel in certain situations where I'm at. I'm always kind of aware of my surroundings. I think that's probably the best suggestion for people right now, to just be aware of their surroundings, correct?
Be aware of your surroundings, travel in groups, be with other people. This is the best analogy comparison I can give you. Like September 11th was a paradigm shift in thinking. Before it was, okay, do whatever the guy hijacking the plane says to do. Now our mindset is, well, if somebody's going to hijack the plane, I'm probably already a dead person.
Yeah.
So what can I do to screw up his plans?
Yeah.
So now we're kind of faced with this person by what he did to the gentleman in Ohio that he killed. No remorse, the person pleading for his life. So negotiating as an individual with this person, if he's trying to victimize you, probably isn't an option. It comes back to run, hide, fight. And if you're that closely encountered, you're probably going to need to prepare to, there's a saying that action is faster than reaction, meaning that if you have a chance to close on him and push him back, get him off balance, and then make distance, that may be your best option.
Captain, the last time I believe you were in studio with us was the evening where you were part of that press conference that took place in Delphi. And I want to backtrack just a little bit and get an update. Are there any updates coming from this story in Delphi? Because it seems like, unfortunately, it's kind of fallen out of the news cycle a little bit. Are there any new leads, any new updates? Is there any optimism in this case?
Optimism is not real high. Dedication continues. New tips do come in. We have to look at the value and the quality of some of the tips we're receiving. I received a tip recently face-to-face that I passed on to our personnel to look at. Thus far, that's not proven to be fruitful. But as I told the person that shared that tip with me, and they were genuine and their tip sounded plausible to me, we don't want people to rationalize things away. If they see somebody that looks like that person, that appears to sound like him from the video audio clip that we released, we would rather you share that with us and let us investigate it to make sure it's not. Now, the kind of tips that we don't need, and believe it or not, we've had tips like this, you should contact the FBI and get them to enhance that photo. Okay, well, we thought of that one.
Yeah.
And people's hearts are in the right place, but that photo was enhanced as much as it could be. You should have seen it before we worked on enhancing it. So we're looking for a quality tip. More than likely, it's going to be somebody that has heard something from somebody else, is going to be able to pass on information that we've not released. That's why we hold this information so tightly, because if we get a tip that says, oh, we hadn't released that piece of information, something else that was said, that helps us out.
Captain, one quick follow-up here before we let you go. And again, thank you for your time. Captain Dave Bursten of the Indiana State Police Department. It's our understanding there are more images, more sounds, more video on that phone from that fateful day up in Delphi. Has there been any talk of releasing more that was found on that phone to the public?
That's a good question. It points just to what I was just discussing before. There are certain things that we have related to video and audio that we do not want to release it, because if somebody comes forward with a valid tip that says this also happened and we haven't released that particular point, that steers us to the point this is a valid tip and something we need to look at closer. So the decision to release anything else at this point, we're not going to do that.
Captain Dave Bursten, you can find him on Twitter at @DBursten. We've got that out there on our Twitter, so you can just follow that at Hammer and Nigel. You were a part of an event today. What were you out doing? I was with Pierre Tour, who is the president of Bolt for the Heart. Those of you that are familiar with it, they hold a 5K run in Carmel every Thanksgiving. Hard to be talking about Thanksgiving now, but they're constantly raising funds for AEDs, automatic external defibrillators. Those are the devices that start your heart if you have a cardiac arrest. And we had a great meeting with the board, a number of doctors and people in the medical facility that are part of that. And we're looking at how we can continue to achieve.